There's a worm that can crawl across your eyeball while you're awake. Some toilets are cleaner than restaurant menus. And a Nobel Prize was once awarded for a surgery that destroyed people's personalities. These aren't twisted fictions. They're real facts, and they're about to mess with your head. You won't learn how to save the world from this video, but you'll definitely question it. Welcome to the side of reality that science books skip. Today, we're diving into 25 disturbing facts you can't unhear. From parasites to prison experiments, extinct ethics to forgotten horrors, this list isn't for the faint of heart. But if you're brave enough to keep watching, get ready, because ignorance might actually be bliss. Worms can crawl across your eye. A parasite called Loa Loa can live inside the white of your eye. People have reported feeling it squirming under the surface before doctors extract it, while the patient is fully awake. Common in Central and West Africa. It's transmitted by deer flies, and no, it's not rare. In severe cases, the worm can migrate to other body parts, causing nerve damage and intense inflammation. Face mites mate on your skin while you sleep. If you have eyebrows or facial hair, you've got Demodex mites. These tiny creatures live in your pores, feed on oil, and crawl onto your face at night to mate. They don't have anuses, so they explode after death, releasing waste into your skin. Their numbers can skyrocket if your immune system is compromised, leading to skin conditions like rosacea. The loneliest whale on Earth. A whale known as 52 Hertz sings at a frequency no other whale uses. He's been recorded for years, always swimming alone. Scientists believe other whales can't understand him, making him one of the most isolated creatures in the ocean. Despite modern tracking, no pod has ever responded to his unique call. He's become a tragic symbol of isolation in the animal world. Elevator buttons are filthier than toilets. You avoid public toilets, but the elevator button you just touched, it's 40 times dirtier than a toilet seat. And that restaurant menu? It carries over 180,000 bacteria per square centimeter. These bacteria include strains of E. coli and staph, which can survive for days on hard surfaces. Next time, maybe wash your hands before you eat. Nobel Prize for Brain-Destroying Surgery. In 1949, Antonio Egas Moniz won the Nobel Prize for inventing the lobotomy, a brutal procedure that severed parts of the frontal lobe, shutting down emotion and personality. It was widely used before being denounced as barbaric, but the prize still stands. Tens of thousands of patients, some just teens, were lobotomized without consent. Many were left unable to care for themselves.
Human mothers absorb cells from their babies. When a fetus grows, it sends stem cells into the mother's bloodstream. These can travel to damaged organs, like the heart, and repair them. Your child could literally be healing you from the inside. But these same cells have been linked to autoimmune disorders, suggesting a strange dual role, healer and hidden threat. A parasite that causes menstruation in men. In early 20th century Egypt, 2 out of every 3 men in rural towns began urinating blood, with cramps and pain like menstrual symptoms. The cause? A parasitic disease called schistosomiasis, spread through water. It can cause organ failure if untreated. The parasite burrows into skin, matures inside the host, and lays eggs that slice through internal tissue. The brain forgets because the world is too fast. You're not losing your memory. Your brain is overloaded. It doesn't store facts like files, it stores contexts. But in today's fast scattered world, there's no stable context. So memories just slip away. And even healthy people can't retain information like before. Attention spans are shrinking, and digital overload is eroding long-term memory formation. Scientists once created a two-headed dog. In 1950s Moscow, surgeon Vladimir Demikov grafted a puppy's head onto the neck of an adult dog. Both heads functioned independently, barking, licking, eating, for 6 days before dying. It wasn't fiction, it was a real experiment. His research paved the way for modern organ transplants, but at a terrible ethical cost. Your joystick might be smarter than you think. At Purdue University, pigs named Hamlet, Omelette, Ebony, and Ivory were trained to play video games using a joystick. Even without rewards, they kept playing, for fun. They understood the concept of cause and effect, showing cognition beyond basic instincts. These findings challenge the belief that only primates possess complex intelligence. Deadly drug that turns skin to rotting flesh. Desomorphine, nicknamed crocodile, is a street drug that literally rots your skin from the inside out. It's homemade with gasoline and phosphorus. Users develop scaly green wounds that mimic alligator skin until the tissue peels away, exposing bone. The average life expectancy of a user is less than 2 years. Roundworm mothers feed their young with their own organs. Female roundworms liquefy their own internal organs into a milky fluid to feed their young. Even unfertilized eggs become tiny bottles. It's not an accident, it's programmed self-sacrifice. Scientists call it a rare biological example of altruistic cannibalism. Beer made with semen. At New Zealand's Wild Foods Festival, the Green Man pub entered a beer called Stag Semen Stout, made with pasteurized stag semen. Described as velvety, salty, and nutty, it never went mainstream, but it did get attention. The brew pushed boundaries. and gag reflexes. A fungus can turn ants into zombies. Ophiocordyceps infects ants and takes over their brains, forcing them to climb high and clamp onto leaves before the fungus bursts from their heads. It spreads spores to nearby ants, starting the nightmare over. This real-life parasite inspired the clicker zombies in The Last of Us. Ancient erotic rock art changed history. In France, archaeologists found caves filled with carvings of female genitalia, dating back 37,000 years. Some of this art even appeared in Brazil, suggesting humans may have migrated to the Americas far earlier than once thought. These carvings rewrote our understanding of prehistoric migration and expression. There's a real fetish for noses. It's called nasophilia, a sexual fixation on noses. Some are into sucking, stroking, or even inserting noses into strange places. Some take it to Pinocchio-level roleplay. It's rare, but very real. And yes, it's in the psychological literature. Toilets are cleaner than carpets. Think toilets are dirty? Your carpet has 4,000 times more bacteria. Even worse, those cozy theater seats you sit in for hours? Bedbugs love them. Dark, warm, and never cleaned like beds. So maybe bring a blanket, or never sit again. You can feel invisible. In a lab experiment, people wore VR headsets showing an empty space where their body should be. Researchers gently touched their stomachs, and their brains believed they were invisible. The weirdest part? It lowered their anxiety, even under threat. Our brains are disturbingly easy to trick. You swallow your own spit constantly. Humans swallow about a quart of saliva every day. Gross? Maybe. But cows take it further. They can produce up to 40 gallons of drool daily to digest their food. That cud chewing? It's powered by a drool waterfall. Slugs mate, dangling from trees with their massive genitals. Leopard slugs are hermaphrodites with penises the length of their bodies. So, they hang from slime ropes in trees to mate. It's efficient, and it looks like a horror scene from nature's adult film industry. Executioners used bananas to improve the noose. A legendary hangman in India used mashed bananas and oil to grease the rope, ensuring a cleaner, faster execution. It wasn't just tradition, it was precision engineering with fruit. Execution science is darker and stranger than you think. You might be allergic to water. Aquagenic urticaria is a condition where even sweat or tears cause painful hives. Only about 1 in 230 million people have it, but for them, showers, rain, even crying can be a living nightmare. The rarest things can still ruin lives. Restaurants once used orphaned babies as homework. Between 1926 and 1947, universities gave real orphaned babies to home economics students as practice. Teams of students fed, dressed, and tracked them for grades. The babies were renamed and later adopted. Many developed long-term psychological issues. It was called the Practice Baby Program. You've avoided death without even knowing it. Every year in the US, 43,000 die in car crashes. 47,000 die from falling. 100,000 plus die from accidental poisoning. And yes, vending machines kill people too, about 6 every year. You've probably dodged death multiple times just by being in the right place at the right time. Your poop could be worth thousands. If you have elite gut bacteria, your stool can be used to treat infections like difficile. Donors can earn up to $500 per poop through fecal transplants. That's right, your crap could pay rent. There's a whole market for medically valuable feces. So, what now? Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. Because the most terrifying part of these facts isn't just that they're real, it's that they're still happening right now, in hospitals, in labs, in your town, inside someone's body, maybe even yours. You've opened a door you can't close. You've seen what hides in the cracks of comfort and convenience. And now, whether you admit it or not, you'll never look at the world the same way again. So yeah, stay curious, but don't say I didn't warn you. If you're one of the rare ones who enjoys peeling back the layers of reality to reveal what's truly crawling underneath, subscribe. Drop your favorite disturbing fact in the comments. And brace yourself for what's next, because the next video, it gets worse. Or better, depends how twisted you are. Welcome to the deep end. We're just getting started. And trust me, the worst is yet to come.